Hey my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we have a beautiful new moon portal open and I have a special message for anyone that came across this video. Today's new moon inspires you to set intentions, take action and make positive changes in your life. But it's not just a regular saying like, hey, take some action, set some positive intentions. We have a whole new level of inspiring energy. If you tap deeper into your heart, you may recognize that there's a deep call for change, like some enthusiasm for life is awakening within you. And many great opportunities are coming up for you. So use this energy of this new moon to tap into your inner fire and pursue your dreams with enthusiasm and confidence. There's no time like this, my friends, when it comes to huge changes and breakthroughs in our lifestyle and persuasion of our goals and dreams. It's your time to shine. So it is a really incredible time right now because firstly, the March equinox, which represents an opening of a whole new chapter that is in front of us. And today's new moon in zodiac sign of Aries, a fiery sign that deeply influences us to ask ourselves how we want to live our lives and what would be the greatest fulfillment we could experience if we are able to dream and expand our imagination and look into our future. What would be the greatest possible fulfillment we could experience? So when it comes to intentions and goals, it's not just about material things like what we want to have, but more than anything, emotional experiences we want to feel in the future, like how we want to evolve mentally and more than anything, emotionally, spiritually, who we want to become on that emotional level. Because when I'm writing down intentions, one of the most important intentions for me is I am inspired and fulfilled. This one is the most important for me because when I'm inspired and fulfilled, I feel creative. And when I'm creative, I have incredible ideas and energy for making and creating and producing my art and content. I have great ideas for my business, for connection with the right people, and when it comes to new projects, it just inspires me to connect with the person that can help me with that certain specific project. So to me, the most important thing is to have intentions for my emotional experiences, because I've experienced like manifestations of my dreams, but it never fulfilled me so much or as much as when I knew exactly how I want to feel. So my friends, you are being asked to be fearless and take the leap of faith to achieve your goals. And it means that you stop waiting things to change. You stop waiting that somebody will save you. But think about what was that thing that for a long time was truly calling you. And you may say, well, I don't have energy to do that. I have too many things to do. Well, it all comes to managing. How well can we manage our daily lives, right? How well can we manage our time? How much of the time we are just wasting time? Because we all have some of the free time. And the question is, what are we doing there? And also a great question is, what's our energy level from 1 to 10? This is an important question because once we start to recognize what is our energy level, we can notice why we don't have energy to pursue our goals. So what can we do about it? Well, a lot. Diet, sleep, those are two important factors. Then meditation, mental health, if you feel like you need a therapist, go ahead and find one that will resonate with you. It will help you to resolve your past, to recognize what are you missing from your past and what is still unresolved, like what kind of relationships are unresolved. Of course, you can be your own therapist, but do the work consistently every single day. Do the shadow work. Dig deeper into what is bothering you, what is stressing you out, what kind of words you're using on a daily basis that are kind of lowering down your self-worth, your courage and faith. And pay more attention to how you want to be expressed, who you want to become, so we can see in what kind of direction you're moving yourself. And before I mentioned goals, well, goals are not just certain things we write down and then we never do them. Goals are something we should think about as sacred dreams. What it means? Well, when I'm writing down my goals, I'm not just dreaming about it. I write down something that I know that will happen. Those are my sacred dreams. So I have a sacred block. I call it a sacred block that is just for my manifestations, that is just for my future. And I'm sure enough that I only write down what I know that will happen. So what it means? It means that I have a certain moment in a day when I sit down and I clearly think about the life that I want to live. So I want to organize my mind the way that I will know that, yes, this is what I want, this is how I want to live my life. Because every time when we focus on something that's important to us, our subconscious mind will start guiding us towards it. We'll start to see the right information that can bring us there. We will notice the right book. We will catch the right podcast. We will find the right tool to get us to where we want to be, but we need to be precise. So when it comes to goals and intentions, we need to be specific. Clearly define what you want to achieve. Be as specific as possible. Like when it comes to money, how much of money you want to earn per month, and maybe how many streams of income you have. And if right now it is something that is really limiting you, don't just go for 1 million, but be not, I will not use the word realistic, but think about what would be the next level of what you have right now. Baby steps will take you where you want to be, and once you will see small results, you will notice that bigger results are possible for you as well. And back when I had my job, I've noticed that when I started giving my best at my job, my salary has raised. My boss came to me and said, well, I've noticed that you're doing a great job, and he raised my salary. So I've noticed, well, it is truly everything about how valuable I am, what kind of values I'm sharing with others. And if people around you will not notice that, it doesn't mean that the universe is not noticing it. So sometimes we may recognize, well, I'm giving my all, I'm giving my best, and nobody is noticing that. Well, it's a time to maybe to change your job, to change with what kind of people you're spending your time with, and consider to get onto the next level where you get what you deserve. And for that, it is a brave move, and bravery is always rewarded. So ask yourself what courage would do in that situation. It is a time for fresh start and new beginnings. So don't be afraid of what may go wrong, but rather focus on the faith, because we always have two options. We can be driven by fear and kind of pushed back, or we can be inspired by faith and we can be uplifted and encouraged that everything will work well. Both two things are made up, right? We are making up fears and we don't even know that, but we also make up faith. So the question is always where we invest our energy. And if you start your day with investing your energy into developing faith for what you're working on, you will just feel more encouraged to work on that, whatever it is. And remember that you always have the option to start again. Sometimes we fail. Sometimes we find ourselves not getting what we want. How often you find yourself like you wanted that, but it never happened. But then eventually at some point you recognize something better happened. Something more incredible happened. Like just recently, right now I'm buying a van. And I had one that I almost got it. Like I went to check it out and I liked it and everything was like it was almost like it's meant to be, but then somebody else bought it just before me. So I thought, well, I truly liked it. Like it was really the one that I was looking for to, and then somebody else bought it just like few minutes before me. But then I've noticed, well, few things were not clicking. Like few things were not in alignment with my intentions that I had for the van that I'm buying. And I've noticed, well, I was not as precise as I could be before. So once I checked up that list, you know, I always write down before I do something, before I buy something that is important to me, I write down precisely how I want that thing to be. And I've noticed, well, that van was great, but it was not perfectly aligned with that list that I wrote down. And then I've noticed, well, some things I need to change here. Some things may be a bit different on that list. And as I've changed those things, I met a guy who's selling vans, and he found many potential options that are much better than the previous one. So you see, there's never a thing that we would say like, oh, I missed this opportunity. If you've missed this whatever opportunity, it just means that something greater is coming for you. But you need to check up your intentions once again. Are you as precise as you can be? Is everything in alignment with not your mental desires, but your heartfelt desires? What it means? Well, sometimes mentally we decide what we want, but on the heart level, we know what we need. And if our intentions are not aligned with our heart desires, usually we will not get what we want, but we'll always get what we need. That's why meditation is so important. So we go from mental observation of our lives to heartfelt observation, to recognize what we truly need right now, what I truly need, what I truly deserve. And because of this present energy that is passionate, ambitious, motivated, courageous, and bold, it's much easier to recognize what would be that next level of your life that you truly want to live. And not just wait that, take brave action. What it means? Well, once you know exactly how you want to live your life, some doors will open, something will open for you. And you know that because it happened for you in the past. And don't limit yourself. Remember, there's an energy of the warrior within you that is helping you to create the life you desire. And for that, you need to really think deeply about who you can be. Show the world what you're capable of, right? Show the world what you're capable of. Because there's many people around you that will say to you, stop doing that, you're wasting your time. But as long as you know your why, as long as you know why you're doing that, not just for financial reasons, which is important, of course, But once you focus on something that is bigger than just finances, well, if you're struggling with money, it's all okay if money is the main priority. It's actually important that it is the main priority, so you take care of it. So you stop waiting and hoping that somebody will save you. Do everything that is in your power. But never forget about your mental health, your inner peace, the balance of life, right? And of course, moderation. Everything needs to be taken in moderation. So we need to take care of that. But whatever struggle may be present in your life, there's always a solution to that. But you need to expand your mind so you can step outside of where you are right now and recognize what caused it, so we can change the pattern. It's all about pattern recognition, right? And you're becoming better at that. So there's a solution for everything. And for me, I found a solution in becoming better and better and better at whatever I'm doing. That's the only solution. Finding out what you're good at and start working on it so you can become better and better and better at it. Eventually, you will find many new ways to increase your income, to increase the level of joy, of fulfillment, of happiness, of passion for doing that. But do not wait to be passionate to start, because the truth is, passion is born once we start doing something we like to do, or something that we feel inspired to do. But even sometimes we feel uninspired, but if we do it anyway, we will get or tap into a higher energy that will inspire us even more. So it's always a question of how much we are able to push ourselves into action. How much you are able to push yourself into action. And when there are days when we feel lazy and slow and bored, well, you need some shock for your nervous system, right? You need to raise your energy in your system. And for that, it means that you do something that you're usually not doing. You go out for a run, you shake off your body, you do a workout, you do a yoga. You do something that awakens you. Like, I go out on my bike, I go for a run. I actually just came from a morning run in morning sunrise, a beautiful time of the day. And it always inspires me, okay, this is what I need to talk with you today. Because, you know, there's something special in the air right now, and I'm sure that you feel it. So, my friends, visualize success. Write down your success. Because I want to tell you this. When I'm here and there, I open my old those journaling blocks, and I almost always start crying out of gratitude because I see everything I wrote down happened. Sometimes in 2 years, sometimes in 3 years, but everything I wrote down happened. So think big, my friend. Think big, because in the future, nothing will be more powerful than people who know how to be creative, who know how to step outside of the limiting box, who know how to emotionally regulate themselves, who know how to go beyond fear and sadness and laziness. Those will be the strongest people. Those will be the greatest leaders. So think about yourself as being that kind of a leader. Even if you're not there yet, visualize yourself already being that. Visualize yourself feeling emotionally inspired. Even if you're not inspired right now, feel how inspiration feels like, how you felt when you've been inspired. Use music if it helps you. Use art if it helps you, whatever it is. Be inspired by life, and life will inspire you to do what you need to do to get to where you want to be or where you need to be. So, my friends, you're capable of much more than you currently believe. Be bold and make sure that you know what you want. If you don't know what you want, well, think deeply about it. Go for a walk with an intention. I will find out what I want to do with my life. And you will not come home until you know at least something. What will you focus on for your future? That's it, my friends. Stay magnificent, stay creative, stay beautiful. Keep that smile on your face because you look really good with it. It fits you well. And I hope you've enjoyed in today's artwork. Thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. I Draw My Passion. You're all truly appreciated. Thanks for supporting this mission. I love you all, my friends. Till next time, one love.